Hello folks and welcome back to Medieval Total War. I am Constantinople and this is going to be part 8 of my early campaign where I'm playing as England. And in the last episode I did launch my crusade towards Antioch, and although that is exciting, it's also very important at this point to really make sure that I do this right, just because currently all of these units that are in my crusade I'm not paying upkeep for them. Again, exciting, but when they reach their objective, I will be paying that upkeep, and that's going to be a point where I have to make sure that I'm ready for this. Once all of these salaries are back on the books, I'm going to need to start building projects in Antioch to make this possession worth the effort. Antioch can be one of the most wealthy provinces in the game, but it needs to be developed, and of course it needs to be hung on to and defended. So it's important that I use this time while this upkeep is currently not on the books to, I would say, build up a financial cushion so that I have some money to play around with once I, reach that objective. So for the time being, while my crusade is marching to Antioch, I think that it's going to be best that I just focus on building my boats in Aquitaine and Wessex. I was tempted to continue building shipwrights so that I could build boats faster, but that's going to be 4 turns before the shipwrights are finished, and then another 3 turns for those next fleet of boats to be finished. And I don't know, that's going to be, like 7 turns? And how long before I get there? Like roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 turns-ish, something like around there. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be worth it. So let's just focus on building boats at these 2 provinces and then using that money that I would have spent on building shipwrights, just on stacking that money up, which feels good. Other than that, though, I will be building a castle here in Wessex. So I'm going to be spending that 2,000 to get going on this. This is going to take 12 turns, so it's a big investment. But I do want to get that, is it the monastery? I want to get those going so that I can start training those, what are they called? Inquisitors, yes. So that I can start to raise zeal along the path of my future crusades. I think that's going to be a pretty nice thing to do. Also, it's going to be important for me to, probably, if I'm going to launch another crusade back to back, which I don't know if I will, but if I want to do that, then I need to start building another crusade marker in Mercia. Probably, 4 turns before they get there. So not quite yet, but that's something that's worth keeping an eye on. Ooh, should I start training bishops though? That would be wise. Getting some Catholic bishops going. Yeah, they're cheap. It only costs 100 florins to train them. And there's 0 upkeep for agents in this game, which is very nice. And considering that I'm going to be, holding land in Muslim territory, it's going to be important for me to convert the population to Christianity, specifically Catholicism, so that it's going to be easier for me to keep the population loyalty high. So, yes, a Catholic bishop improves the faith of the Catholic flock in his current province. He will only affect Catholic followers, not Orthodox Christians as well. Pretty basic stuff. Just leave them in provinces and they will convert the population. And I'm pretty sure their effects are cumulative. So the more the merrier if you're trying to convert a province quickly. So yeah, that's probably a good idea to get these guys going. Eventually I will be using them to spy on every province on the map. That's going to be a long-term goal, obviously. But for now, it's probably just about... It's the idea of just having them follow the crusade. In fact, they don't have to. They can get a head start on the crusade, and they can use one of these ports to just kind of jump right on over to a port in Lesser Armenia, and then head down to Antioch. Yes. Also, this princess, she is about to retire soon. I don't think I'm going to be able to get her married off in time, I think. Yeah, there's no unmarried men in the Aragonese, and I mean, I can try the Germans. Nope, never mind. Not the Germans. My emissary is just kind of like hanging out and doing a little bit of spying on German territory. German Emperor, 5 influence, 61, so he's about to die soon. And so yeah, you're about to... You're probably at 33. I think this is like going to be your final year, I think, Princess Elizabeth. So we'll see though. We can do a little spying on Genoa. We'll see. Then we do have a princess down here, and she's 21. So I think in the future, it would be nice to have her to get married to Sir Odo Borlong, because his loyalty is like 6 is like fine, but considering that he's going to be my general of my crusading force, and soon he's going to be like, you know, the leader of essentially my crusading area of my empire, it's probably a good idea to get his loyalty even higher. So I think that by having her come over here to do a little bit of scouting ahead of time, and she'll be ready for him when he arrives with the crusade, and she can marry off to him before she retires. Yeah, I think that's a good plan. So other than that, other than training the bishops in Mercia and then building the boats in Wessex and Aquitaine, also, oh yeah, I don't want to forget this. So it's my understanding, and I have done this in the last campaign, I think, maybe the last 2 campaigns, I was reminded by a viewer that the boats, so like in the last turn that the boat's about to be finished, what I can do is I can move these boats that already exist ahead to the next sea region, because this boat that's about to exist is going to count towards the trade network. Like he's going to count for that. So I can start making money on this port, for instance, basically ahead of time, like a kind of a turn ahead of time. This is not something that I'm good at doing yet. I'm still sort of, you know, behind on learning how to make this a habit of mine. But it can be a good little tool in the early game to start getting... It just gives you a little bit of a boost, a little bit of a, hey, I can make some more income off of Costa Verde, or should I say Leon, just ahead of time. And then same thing up here, I can make income off of the port here in Denmark just ahead of time by moving these boats up here and here, because this boat, again, 1 turn left, so it is going to exist and it will count towards making that extra bit of income. So currently I am making 2036. It's going to be interesting to see where it's at in next turn. And yeah, it looks like everyone's happy. We're getting taxes up to very high everywhere except for Scotland, which is still a little bit on the lower side because my king is so shit. 25 years old. Luckily he's married, but man, I could use some kids, buddy. Yeah, so I could use some kids. Also, I don't know, the fact that his influence is still only 2 is pretty shitty as well, because I thought that by holding all of your homelands objectives, it just would increase by itself. And not even during the counting periods. I thought, like, in general, his influence would have increased at least by a crown or 2 by now. But it hasn't, so I'm a little bit worried about that. It would be nice if I got a little bit higher. So it's going to be worth keeping an eye on that, but mostly we're just kind of praying for kids right now, because my campaign really does rest on this. He is 25 though, so there's plenty of time. No reason to worry yet. So I think with all of that out of the way, let's see, I moved that princess, I moved her. He's been moved, and yeah, Crusades can't go any further. So let's go ahead and drop this save. And let's keep marching along. And with the next turn, we have ourselves a little historical message here. So Historia Regum Britannia. Geoffrey of Monmouth has completed his lively and sweeping epic Historia Regum Britannia. His account of the life of King Arthur and the deeds of the Knights of the Round Table are the most accurate and popular to date, and the English throne basks in reflected glory, gaining +1 influence while the people are diverted from matters of serious faith, minus 10% zeal in English provinces. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Okay, yeah. I need to get those inquisitors out so that I can start increasing that zeal back up. But having that influence boost to him is very nice. Yeah, I very much appreciate that. All right, Sir Odo Borlong, yes, the general of the crusade. What do you got? Fervent. So +1 piety, plus 10% zeal in governing. So that's probably coming from being a general of a crusade, right? Maybe. That's a good guess, I suppose. Yeah, 10% zeal in governing. Okay. Okay. probably, yeah, it's worth keeping an eye on that. I wonder if he's going to be, we can make him a governor of Antioch if we need to. We'll see. All right, Stephen, a dispenser, Sybarite, -2 valor. Yeah, okay, looks like you're just a peasant, so not too worried about that. And Sir Edward Plantagenet, chivalrous. Yeah, this is a good one. +2 morale, -2 dread. Yes, that's a good one. Chivalry and honor and meat and drink to this man. He is incapable of taking advantage of an enemy in a fair fight. Is that, what else do you have? Great warrior, sacred adulterer, and, all right, so just chivalry. Great. Yeah, 3 stars with chivalry. That's a good one. I will take it. And what's the income now? Making 2,348. So that's a good boost, you know, just from moving out and trading with 2 more ports. Yep, that helps out a lot. So let's go back to building boats. One more boat in Aquitaine and a bark here in Wessex. And let's move my bishop all the way down to, yeah, Lesser Armenia. Let's check it out. A couple of turns later, I am in Hungary, and I'm about to pass into Byzantine lands. And based on what I'm seeing here, the Byzantines are getting pushed back. It looks like, yeah, they have lost Trebizond to the Egyptians, so they could use a hand here. I expect that they will allow me to pass through the territories. It would be really strange for them to not allow this. I don't know exactly what the conditions for them to not allow this would be. I mean, obviously, if it was my, you know, their lands that I was targeting, that's one thing, but I don't know if they ever, you know, disallow it otherwise. Maybe they do. I don't know. But in this case, yeah, I'm positive they do, don't they? Sometimes they will like say no. I feel like to other factions, maybe, but they should say yes. I'm going to help them out here. They have a lot of armies here in Bulgaria. It'd be better if those armies would maybe, you know, here fighting the Egyptians, perhaps. Now at this point, I will no longer be hoovering up any more troops because the Orthodox troops do not join the Catholic Crusades. I feel like I've heard rumors of other things happening, like money being taken from the Byzantines. Like there's sometimes you'll take, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, actually. Do you get anything from the Byzantine as you move through their territories, or is it nothing? I know that like you lose troops through attrition because of, you know, not moving through Catholic territory. And yeah, instead of taking troops, you start losing troops. So looking at the men right now, I'm sitting at 2,400, so I've gained a few hundred, I suppose, in the last few turns. Yeah, gained a few cool units as well. But I will be losing men as I start to move forward. But it's not going to take long, actually, before I start fighting the Egyptians. Seems like it's just going to be Bulgaria and Constantinople. And then I don't know if the Byzantines still hold Nicaea or Anatolia. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'll find out pretty soon here. Okay, it looks like yeah, we're going to get a fight here in Constantinople. That's fun. So the Egyptians are sending in 2,457 troops. Holy shit. So, yeah, this is pretty cool. The Byzantines also have a lot. You know, they have 1,800 men, and I have 2,100 men. So I'm going to let the Byzantines do like most of the fighting here if I can. You know, like I'm not going to stay out of the fight. I'll chip in, but you know, as much as I have to. I still have a few provinces left to go here. With that being said, though, the most damage that I can do to the Egyptians in this battle, the better, right? It's going to make the rest of my campaign towards Antioch all the easier. So I will be fighting the Sultan himself, Sultan Baymars I. And, you know, there's also a chance, maybe if we can, you know, capture him, we can ransom him. That'd be pretty fun as well. That would really help towards paying for my rebuild Antioch efforts. So, yeah, anyway, I'm going to be getting my troops together here. For those of you who are new to this game, you get to sort of organize your armies here and organize the order in which your reinforcements come on. Since I have a lot of troops, I have a lot of work to do here. Hopefully, I'm not going to need to use all of my men, but at least getting the second or the first wave of reinforcements is going to be pretty useful. Also, I don't think I want ballistas in the first wave as well. It's probably not what I need to do. Here I am in Constantinople, or rather in a field on a hill defending Constantinople. And yeah, this is my really ragtag crusader force. a lot of my units they're not full strength, which is kind of awkward when using the Crusader armies, just because they are suffering attrition during the journey. So it's kind of weird putting together like what I think is the best force. But I chose my 3 best spearman units. I got the Order of Foot Soldiers here. Still have 88 men left in them. They look pretty badass. Look at them. And I got the Saracens switching sides and fighting for the Catholics. Fighting for the money, that is. These are my mercenaries. And Armored Spearmen. I think they were... I can't remember if they were mercenaries or... I think it'll just show me, won't it? No, this is not showing me. I think they were mercenaries. And then back here I get my militia sergeants joining the crusade. And feudal men-at-arms, got some swordsmen, which is pretty badass. And I got more militia sergeants as well. So they're going to have their bonus versus armor. And up front, a couple units of archers, full strength, and then some Bulgarian brigands. These are the mercenaries as well. So a bit better attack and defense and speed than the basic archers, but there's only 29 left of them, so yeah, not ideal. And then Khwarezmians. I'm using them here because their insane armor is going to make them pretty much useless in the desert. So this is actually the perfect battle for them. Also, the Knights Templar, pretty much the same deal. I did check up their stats, and yeah, they are using swords, so their charge is not as good as the Knights, like the Chivalric Knights. Their charge is 2 less. I think the Chivalric Knights have a charge of 7. The Knights Templars have a charge of 5. Other than that, their stats are the same, so they are very good units. And the Khwarezmians down here as well. 27 of them. And then up front, horse archers, the Zekelis. They're the Hungarian units that have joined me. They're I think the best horse archer unit in the game, besides the Mongol horse archer, I think. And then more basic horse archers. So I think that's pretty well set. Yeah, I had to kind of use a janky formation because I will be grouping my archers and spearmen together. So that's how it's going to be. Let's see where the Byzantines are. Oh, they're going to be over there. Cool. All right. So let's get my frontal position together so that they are grouped together here like that. And then my group 2 is going to be my reserves, essentially, my militia sergeants and my feudal men-at-arms and my militia sergeants. Looks like the Egyptians are squaring off against the Byzantines, which would encourage me to go down there and help them out. What do they have? Urban militia, Slav warriors, that's pretty basic. Byzantine infantry, that's a good unit. Slav warriors, urban militia, Slav warriors, Byzantine infantry, and their cataphect general. Some archers, some Trebizonds, and then what do they have? So it looks like they have a lot of Gulams. So like a lot of decent heavy cav. Yeah, 2 Armenian heavy cav. Desert archers, a lot of Nubian spears. That's a good decent spear unit as well. Urban militia. Yeah, I should help out because those Gulams and those Nubians and those Armenians are like decent units. Let's bring down my horse archers to like pressure on this side, and then yeah, just let's push, because this is a good opportunity for us to do a lot of damage to the Egyptians, and they will have more units. It's not just what they have here in this initial wave as well. So yeah, if we can do a bit of damage to them, also if we can kind of keep an eye on that. Ooh, did I not group you guys? There we go. Yeah, so if I can... Where is that Sultan? You are going to be right there. Ooh, that's the one that I want. So we're getting some shots in on these desert archers as they walk by us. And then my horse archers are starting to close in behind here. And yeah, they seem like they're pretty okay with ignoring us. Oh, if they want to split their army up and go after me and the Byzantines, that's going to be perfect. So let's switch my formation so that I have my spears going in front of my archers, and then let's make sure you guys get here in time. Perfect. Yeah, we can get those Gulams there. And yep, let's make sure we run back here and run back here and run back here. Yep, just go here and then yep, try to get away. And Armenians try to get away. I mean, if they're gonna, let's see here. Let's try to take you guys off skirmish, and so you can get away that way, the smart way, and same thing with you. Go back that way. It looks like the Armenians have broken off pursuit. All right, so let's get some militia sergeants down here into these Nubians, and urban militia are going to be coming in as well. And since the Armenians broke off their pursuit, let's come back here with the horse archers to continue to pressure them. Okay, so it looks like they're mostly ignoring the Byzantines now. Let's get a charge in here with my militia sergeants, and although that's not great timing, but I have Khwarezmians that can maybe hit. Ooh, give me that Sultan. Oh, like surrounding him with my heavy cav. Yeah. Hit him here with my heavy cav, and then can I surround him with those Khwarezmians? Or do I need to... let's see here. Let's get some more feudal men-at-arms down here, because I need those reserves. And let's get horse archers. Let's get these militia sergeants into action as well over on this side, I think. And yeah, let's get feudal men-at-arms into the fight here. And yeah, Khwarezmians fighting spears sucks, but like, I feel like I need to keep these spears off of my guys as we kill their Sultan, unless we can turn around and charge them. Yeah, let's get militia sergeants, see if we can get them around here and trap the Sultan. That would be perfect for us. Alright, let's see here. Alright, let's charge these horse archers here, horse archers into spears, and especially the Z-Kellys here. Let's get into these guys. Man, the Byzantines are... Man, it's the complete opposite of what I wanted, where the Byzantines would do all the fighting and then I hung back here. But then I saw an opportunity to get the Egyptian Sultan. Yeah, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. Militia sergeants get in there, and I don't want to kill him. I want him to like run away, and then we capture him. So it looks like we're getting a break on Nubians. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And we got a break on those archers as well. So yeah, we're definitely took some casualties here. But honestly, like, from here on out, I don't have to do much fighting. I can let the Byzantines do the rest of the fighting, because we just have to, like, you know, win it. Oh my god, he's getting away. Horse archers, my entire horse archer contingent needs to turn around here and help get him. Because if we capture that guy, that's going to make it all worth it. Let's see, horse archers, you guys, you just help out against these Nubians. There we are. Alright, you guys go back. We don't need my heavy infantry charging out over the plains. Order foot soldiers, try to get behind that Sultan. And yeah, let's get back here with my heavy infantry. You go, you go, you go. Nubians are hanging back. And let's see, they have Armenians are fighting the Byzantines. Perfect. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, you guys help out against those freaking Nubians. Yeah, shoot them in the back. And then, man, that Sultan's still fighting. My goodness. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, let's shoot these Nubians here. There we go. There we go. And let's try to get my formation just situated up here. Except for, I didn't mean to pull you guys back. Nope, nope. Order foot soldiers, you stay back here. You stay on the Sultan, of course.
The enemy king is dead.
Oh no, he's dead.
Foolish villain to the end.
Oh no, I didn't mean to kill him. Yeah, that's a shame. That's a shame. That really is. And he killed a lot of our guys. My heavy cav is very depleted. Alright, let's send my militia sergeants over here to get rid of these Nubians. Yeah. So at this point, let's see. How do we make this worth it? Capture as many of these guys as possible and try to get a ransom on just the normal soldiers. Obviously not going to be as ideal, but actually let's shoot these Nubians. You run down those desert archers. Yeah, that's rough. That's too bad. Wait, what's happening here? Why are the Byzantines fighting me? I thought these guys were my allies. Wait, what's happening? Why are they fighting my general? I sent my general to go attack Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
General of your
Oh
army
my
has been
god.
slaughtered by the
What in the
Pompeians.
hell just happened? I'm so confused right now. I sent my general to go run down fleeing Egyptian soldiers, and what, now we're fighting the Byzantines? Holy smokes. Wait, so now I have to go up and fight these guys? That, I'm very, very confused right now. I've never experienced this, so I don't know what the rules are. You know, unless I like misclicked and accidentally attacked the Byzantines instead. But I thought that, like, based on my experience in Shogun, I was almost positive that in instances where you like misclick on your allies during a battle, that you were asked like explicitly, like, are you sure you want to attack your allies? And, you know, to avoid instances like that happening. I thought for sure that that's how that worked. So so did the Byzantines just attack me on their own accord? Are they the ones that broke the alliance? Or did I misclick and there just isn't an option in this game, like in Shogun, to like redo that essentially? I don't know what's happening right now. I don't know. So do I need to attack the Byzantines now? You know? Like, yeah, the enemy are fleeing the field. Awesome. But like, what's happening between me and the Byzantines? Because now I have to like, Byzantine infantry are pretty tough. So I need to come down here. Let's see, militia sergeants come down here. Because yeah, Byzantine infantry are going to like wreck my spearmen because they're swordsmen. And let's see, urban militia are chasing my horse archers. So let's just kind of come down here and then here. Armored spears get into them, although not ideal. Militia sergeants come down as well, get ready to flank those urban militia. And let's get feudal men-at-arms charging on into them. Yeah, they routed my spearmen. So let's just charge in there and try to stop them. And are you guys running away? You guys are wavering. Okay. Just shoot the Byzantines, please. What in the... My goodness. Is this a betrayal? This is wild. Like, I have never experienced this before. Yeah, I was not prepared to fight the Byzantines. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Wow. I mean, I do have a lot more troops that I can bring on. So this battle isn't necessarily lost, even though they are going to rout this wave that I have. Like, I have to kill 39 cataphracts? Fucking A, you know, that's a lot. And 40 Byzantine infantry? Oh my goodness. The fact that I just helped them against the Egyptians. Oh, that hurts so much. We have some men fighting the cataphract general here in the forest, and I'm going to try to do some damage to them while we can, because yeah, we're killing some of these guys. Cavalry have a big disadvantage in the forest, so this is a good place to catch them. And yeah, we got rid of a few of them. Not a massive amount, but every little bit helps, because yeah, if we can bring in the second wave and then kill that general, then that can go a long way towards helping us turn this around here. What I like to do in these situations is to allow all of my men to withdraw from the field, and that way I can bring on the entire next wave all together at once. And oftentimes what can happen is that the enemy army that has just, you know, chased my army off is very fractured and split up. And this allows me, in many cases, to, well, you know, turn the tide here. So for instance, like, this is my chance, I would say, to try to, let's see, I get some mounted crossbows. As soon as I get them, I want them to pull back and to start getting some shots. I don't want them to get back here Yep, get back. Nope, do not get to fight. Go, no. Monte Crossbows, get over here. You have to get over here. God damn it, do not get into this fight. Yeah, Royal Knights, try to hold back these cataphracts for as long as possible. Monte Crossbows, you have to get back here. You have to disengage. Oh my god, I'm losing so many of these guys. Spears, get in here. Spears, get in. And Monte Crossbows, get away. Oh my god, they're running away. That's sucks. That would have been a great unit. I need these guys to rally. That would have been a great unit to kill that general. Alright, cataphracts, try to get around to the side. Can any of these guys... Yeah, that sucks that they're like... They're right here. And it's so hard to... Yeah, let's try to get in there. And are you guys... You're gonna run away? You're just gonna run off the field? No. Oh, what a bad break. What a bad break. Losing those Monte Crossbows is awful. That's so bad. Alright, let's get these guys here. And militia sergeants. Let's see if I can locate the enemy general. That's hard, really hard. Oh yeah, you're not even... Yeah, because I'm not able to like command these guys until they get closer. So that's what's really difficult about this. Because like these militia sergeants, I can't even command them until like right now. Yeah, it's very, very difficult. I got some more Bounty Crossbows, 10 more. So if I can get them over here, but I can't command them yet. Yeah, this is very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. I can't even... Where's the enemy guy? He like lost no one. He was down to 23 guys. So he lost some stuff, but yeah. Yeah, the fact that I can't even command my army right now is absolutely awful. It sucks. Like I can't command these guys. They just yep, they're just kind of stuck. I've had this happen before. It's just when you get pushed back to the edge and you can't even command them, then yeah, you just get smushed. You can't even do anything about it. Like this is like javelin units, and so they could be throwing their javelins, but they're not even doing that. I can't even do that with them, so yeah. Like these spearmen are not going to go in. Mounted crossbows, are you? Yeah, I can't even tell them to shoot. So they're just going to stand there, I suppose. Well, my last wave only consists of just a few beat up units, so yeah, we will not be able to turn the tide here on the Byzantines. And yeah, that's going to be it. So these units, yeah, I got some Highland clansmen. I can just throw these guys in. At this point, I don't like. I imagine this army just like automatically gets deleted, I think, is my guess. I don't know. It's weird because, so like these 240 men that I captured were Egyptians. Do I still get that ransom if I lose this battle? Like, I have no idea of anything right now. So I don't, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Oh, never mind. Looks like I have a whole other wave of guys left. But still, I mean, if the same thing happens and I just can't control anyone, then yeah, they're just gonna all die too. We'll see. Whatever. I'll just like see if I can get control of these guys and if they can start winning battles. But yeah, the fact that like these Byzantine infantry are just right here. Yeah, they're just stopping the forward progress of all of my men. And I'm just getting rained on by a million units of archers. So yeah, this is just a slaughter. Well, I know who I'm going to make extinct at some point in this campaign. Yeah, that betrayal is absolutely unforgivable. Obviously, when I edit this video, I'm going to be trying to... I'm going to rewatch this battle and see if I did anything wrong there to incite that. You know, did I accidentally click on them and then I wasn't given an option of like saying no to that as what would happen in Shogun? Because if that's something that like they just took out of this game when they made this, that used to be in Shogun, like that's fucking awful. But if that's just a straight up betrayal from the Byzantines, I don't know. I don't understand it because there's no reason for them to. Like I'm literally helping them take back. Like I was gonna push back the Egyptians for them, so it doesn't make any sense. So yeah, just a really like cruel betrayal that yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I will see if I get into ransom for these 240 men that I captured. That'd be great if I did. And I imagine that entire Crusader army is just gonna die. The Egyptians are the richest, and the Egyptian Sultan has been killed, but his heir has taken over command. And I have another daughter on the way. That's my second one. I could use some sons. That'd be great. And they still exist, so I'm still here. And I'm not at war with the Byzantines. What the hell is happening? What the hell is happening? Was I just supposed to have withdrawn all of my guys? And then I would have been fine? Because now I have 1,256 men. Is that still, like, is that enough to beat the, like, still take Antioch? I don't know. This is a beat up army. And I can't merge the mercenary units, which is very unfortunate. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be the same distance either way. I think I want to go through Nicaea. I think there's less troops in this direction. Because the last time I checked, they had like a couple stacks up in Rum. So let's go in this direction. I wish I had some intel, but I do not. Yeah, the Egyptian forces seems like they have a lot of peasants. So I still might succeed here with my crusade, but then can I even hold on to it, you know? That's just going to be so difficult to do. So I need to start building another crusade marker right now, because that's going to take 4 turns, and that's going to be, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So exactly 4 turns from now, I will be taking Antioch if I can actually get there. The fact that, man, I am so confused. I don't understand anything right now. I'm not currently at war with the Byzantines, despite the fact that they just destroyed me. Like, half of my Crusader army is gone. So, what happened? Yeah, I have no idea. Luckily, I got 10,000 florins, so I'm saving some money. And I'm trading with a few ports here, so, you know, the home front is still fine. It's just, yeah, the Crusading front seems like a bit of a disaster. Let's come down here and try to get some intel on Anatolia at least. And we can see what is, yeah, the Egyptians have some good generals, that's for sure. Well, it does appear as if the Egyptians do intend on defending Nicaea. Interesting. So they have more troops than me, 1,400. And again, I have no intel, and they have a, Jesus, Amir al-Din. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-star general. And I have, who do I have? 0-star Sir Hubert. He's a 9-man unit of Knights Templars, so yikes. Oh, man. And yeah, my units are so beat up, so I don't even like, yeah. Even though I have 1,257 men, I don't have like full strength units, so this is going to be tough. Here we are in Nicaea, and we have ourselves some rolling hills. We are at the bottom of one of them, and I expect the enemy to be over, yeah, on a high ground somewhere. I should be able to even out with them wherever they are, so I'm curious to see where they choose to be. Right in front of us, interesting. So we can probably get situated like, they want to move over here. Well, in that case, let's move on to this ridge then. Here. And yeah, our heavy cavalry is very limited. And our light cavalry is also very limited. And our army in general is very limited. But the Egyptians have been fielding a lot of peasants. Although that last army of theirs did have a fair bit of Nubian infantry. But if we find ourselves up against a peasant horde, I don't know, it's tough though. They have an 8-star general. That's going to be tough as well. We're sort of racing to the top of this hill here to try to secure ourselves a position. So where is our guys? We're almost there. We're kind of getting there. Yeah, if we can get into position, I don't want to have my guys run because that would use up a lot of their their fatigue. But then, where's the rest of my... Okay, yeah, they're over there. Okay, so we can start shooting at these peasants. Not the, you know, greatest use of ammunition ever, but... You know what? Why not? And, let's see, got some Nubians, Desert Archers, Urban Militia, Saharan Cavalry. Yeah, I don't even know. So this is like... I think this is a... I'm pretty sure this is a historical general. Let's get my cav down there, so they don't get caught by those peasants, and they can continue shooting in from the flank. Are my infantry in place yet? Almost. We're getting there. And yeah, Nubians, more peasants. Alright, so our archers should be able to... Yeah, our Bulgarian brigands are able to start shooting into these peasants here. And let's get these militia sergeants up and around, and they can start flanking. And are you guys in range? You are, yes. But you guys are not, so let's get you guys moved up a little bit. And yeah, get some crossbows here. So that can be effective. So we have Saracen infantry fighting up against peasants. And the fact that the peasants haven't broken yet is definitely, you know, from their Giga Chad general. So let's move up a little bit here so that we have a better position on this ridge. Let's move back if the peasants want to go after my horses. Let's go back. Yep, you go and you go. And yeah, let's just keep pushing up here as we can. You go there. And you guys follow up. Yeah, it's the Nubians that I want to use up my ammunition on. I would like to shoot them. They don't have... I mean, they have low armor values. They do have shields, but they're disciplined. You know, they're pretty good units. See if I can get these militia sergeants back around to flank these more peasants. And more peasants, more peasants. Yeah, this is a peasant horde, but still, we are a battered group. And what do we have here? Naphtha throwers? Ooh, shoot. All right. 10 Kharazmians, shoot those naphtha throwers. Yeah, those guys have grenades, so we have to make sure that we get them. Yeah, let's get them. Alright, feudal men-at-arms go into those peasants there. Mounted crossbows come back. Horse archers come back. And militia sergeants. Let's see here. Bedouin camels. Yep. Let's go there with our spears and our guys there. And Bulgarian brigands, charge into those archers. Why not? In fact, General, you go as well. Charge into those archers. And let's charge into the flank of those Bedouins there. And let's come around here and try to get some shots. And come around here. And where is... Yeah, if we can break those Nubians. We have feudal men-at-arms fighting them. Let's send in the order foot soldiers as well to get around the flanks. Ooh, Highland Clansmen. Yeah, they should be fighting as well. Highland Clansmen, get in. And... yeah, get some shots here. I don't want my horses fighting up against camels, because camels are very good against horses. Where is their general? I feel like I haven't been fighting him yet. Yeah, definitely get some shots in on these camels here if we can. And did they break us on this side? God damn. Urban militia and camels broke us. Fucking A. Alright, let's shoot these guys, please, and thank you. And let's see, how are we doing on this side? Archers are just fighting like madmen. And yeah, this is a tough fight, man. Their general's like just giving them insane stats right now. It's really something. Yeah, these guys are fighting very, very hard. Yeah, let's charge into these urban militia and try to get a break on them. They are a low leadership unit, typically, you know, typically. Not today, apparently.
Your general lies dead in the field.
Yep, there goes my general.
And your soldiers are disheartened.
And yeah, it's probably going to be it for this wave as well. Man, tough beginning to this crusade. I mean, probably, maybe even the end to this crusade. That's rough. That is rough. I was very optimistic. Yeah, I thought for sure I was going to be pushing back the Egyptians. I thought for sure I had the strength to do so. Very caught off guard by the Byzantines, you know, decision to betray me. You know, I didn't mind having some good fights against the Egyptians here, but I was expecting to have twice as much men, so we'll see if I can pull anything out here. I do have some reinforcements, but so do they, so I don't know. I haven't even seen, where is their general? He has a square flag. Where is the man with the square flag? I do not see a square flag here. So I do not, I don't know where he is. Is he back there? There he is. There's the man. A 6-man unit of Armenian heavy cavalry. Yeah, I didn't even face you in battle. You were not even present. You were off somewhere else. Well, most of my army is off the field. I've just been kind of skirmishing a little bit with these mounted crossbows and whatever horse archers I have available as well. Just to try to do as much damage as possible before I bring on my reinforcements. Let's see, can you get a shot before the camels hit you? No, no. Just take too gosh darn long. Now I have another wave on, so let's see what we can do with this. If we can get rid of these 6, if we can kill that general, that'd be great. Got some armored spears, militia sergeants, Slav warriors, some spearmen, urban militia, some Jabagi. Let's see here. Yeah, let's get some spearmen to screen these archers from these camel, yep, Saharan Cav. And you guys get in there. Let's see here. Yep, Slav warriors and spearmen fight their general. Armored spears get in there. Let's see, Krasmian Cav and Teutonic sergeants charge from behind. Horse archers. Let's see. Let's shoot. Yeah, if we can kill that general, we got some Vikings we can throw in there as well. Vikings, go, go, go. And feudal dudes. Man, our guys are running. Wow, man, we just broke like that. Oh, God, that hurts. Not having a capable general hurts so much. Did he lose anyone? Yeah, I lost 2 men, but still. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. Yep, that's it. I don't know. So like, I guess we're not enemies with the Byzantines. So is this crusade just gonna like go back to Constantinople? Oh shit! I just realized too. My king is gonna lose influence, and that is probably gonna cause a civil war. Probably. Yeah. Holy smokes. So much bad stuff is going to happen because of this failed crusade. Oh my goodness. And that's going to be that. So let's see, I killed 371 and I lost 730. So, yeah, we may as well kill those captured soldiers. Ransom demanded. So they're demanding 1,200 for... Yeah, again, this is super confusing. So 361 men were captured of mine, including one of my nobles, Alfred Fitzwalter. And they will be returned to the nearest province. I don't know. I'm so lost. I am so lost right now. So they're going to return to Constantinople, and then what? What do I do? You know, like, what's the answer here? I can't make my objective. So what's the best? What do I do? Pay 1,200 for nothing? You know, for nothing? Because I just have to like, I don't even know how good, how do crusades work? Do I just disband it when I know that I can't achieve anything? Or do I let it fizzle out slowly? Knowing that the failure of that crusade is going to cause a influence dip on my king. So try to make it last as long as possible in order to try to get his influence up as much as possible. It's very difficult to understand what I should be doing here. My goodness, yeah, after all of the time that I've put into this game, and to be this confused, you know, like for multiple reasons, you know, the entire episode has just been a complete mystery to me, you know, what's happening here. I'm tempted to pay for the money I am tempted to pay this to make my crusade last as long as possible, in order so that my king can sort of gain as much influence back as possible. I'm tempted, in addition to that, to continue to expand my fleets so that my next crusade, instead of marching overland, because marching through these amount of Egyptian armies, I felt pretty good about it before, but I have no idea what, like, you know, I can't trust the Byzantines now. Despite the fact that we are technically not enemies, I can't, you know, trust them to not attack me again. And they will burn for this, for sure. I will be, you know, wreaking havoc, and I hope they're still alive in time for me to wreak my vengeance against them. So my idea is that I need to kind of use the old-fashioned strategy, is, you know, when I first started using crusades, it's easier just to like build your fleets out to connect yourself to the regions, and then just go straight to that region and just ta-da, you get the crusade. You don't have to worry about attrition. You don't have to worry about, you know, losing men over land, but you don't have that fun side of like moving through other, you know, Catholic factions and hoovering up their soldiers. You miss out on that. So that's what I wanted to experience in this campaign. But now, I feel like I need a successful crusade as soon as possible after this one fails, so that I can sort of try to save my king's influence. So I guess I'm just going to be hanging out in Constantinople with this crusade for as long as possible, technically helping, you know, the Byzantines defend Constantinople if they get attacked again. And I guess I can start building some more shipwrights so that I can start pumping out boats faster, so that I can connect myself to Aquitaine as fast as possible. So yeah, I'll pay this. I have another daughter. Okay, that's not good. I need some sons. I don't need 3 daughters. Lord Stanley, lazy. Okay. -1 command, -1 acumen, and he's a lord, so I need to check in on that and see how he's doing. Good runner, yeah, not good. -3 morale is awful for Sir Henry Bochier. And Alfred Fitzwaller, +3 morale, -1 command. Okay, so the ransom soldiers were brought back to Aquitaine. Gosh, I don't understand anything right now. Why would they be here? Oh my god. Why wouldn't they be here? Yeah. Okay. Well, that was a waste. That was a waste of money then. There was no point in me doing that. So I may as well disband this army just to save the upkeep. I just wasted 1,200 florins on nothing. This crusade's going to be finished. This crusade marker is going to be finished in 3 turns. But I need to start working on boats. Yeah, so this guy, I don't know. I mean, 481 men. Crusades dissipate over a surprisingly long period of time. So this crusade's still going to hang in there for a while, unless unless Constantinople continues to get attacked by the Egyptians. In which case, I will be essentially defending my abuser in a way. Yeah, super confusing. So I'm just going to put in a bunch of shipwright orders for as many places as I can. Shipwright, you already have that. Nope, not you. Shipwright there. Shipwright there. And let's go ahead and get that keep. I never got a keep in Scotland. So let's get that going as well. How's your influence? Yeah, you have 3. It's weird that you're not gaining influence from the homelands. I thought that's how that worked, but again, what do I know? I guess I know nothing. So I don't know. Yeah, so 1141. So the shipwrights are going to be finished in 1145, and then I'm going to be pumping out boats. How many regions am I away? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more boats. So in 11:45, I'll be pumping out boats at, let's see, what's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boats every 3 turns. So that'll be good. That'll get me there. And then it's just going to be a question of basically, do I need to start training my own? Yeah, okay, all right. There's a lot of mercenaries here in Flanders. Is that going to be the case though? You know, by the time I'm ready to send another crusade, we'll see. Because yeah, there's like no other mercenaries available. It's just Flanders basically, which is rough. So in addition to building those boats, I might need to balance that out a little bit with also training soldiers if I can. So, wow. Man, what a freaking episode. Jeez, OP. It's very, very stressful. Very stressful. I was very relaxed going into this, and now I'm very, very confused and lost, and I'm just so, I don't understand anything anymore. I don't have any sons still, so that's stressful. Just a bunch of princesses. At least his wife is having kids, so there's that. But yeah, you're 31. I could use a son out of you, sir. Please, please and thank you. And yeah, my goodness, if you guys have any idea what just happened, tell me what you know. Anything. Tell me anything. Because that was crazy. Yeah. I thought for sure, I was like, yeah, no, I could beat the Egyptians. They just have a bunch of peasants. And then I was like, oh, nope, they have an 8-star Giga Chad general that just makes sure their peasants fight like goddamn maniacs. Yeah, they fought very, very well. This isn't the army, but yeah. Yep, okay, well, all right. Okay, I'm going to do some thinking between now and the next time I record the next episode. However, before I go, I just wanted to say that if you're enjoying these videos and you would like to support the channel, then please consider subscribing to the channel, liking the videos, sharing the videos, and of course, by dropping a comment in the comment section down below. In this way, you will be helping folks like yourself find this channel, and it means that you will be helping this channel grow. Thank you to all who have subscribed so far. Until next time, bye for now.